This is Twisted Granny Tarot. Thank you very much for coming to my circle tonight, or my tarot table. We got a lot of good things to talk about. You Scorpios are having a big year, lots of exciting things happening, yay. So, I've already said my prayers and set the stage, so to speak. So, we're going to, here we are. This is the astrology program or astrology diagram that I'm going to use as a tarot diagram. We're going to lay out the cards as they are, just the way they look in an astrology chart. And we're going to get a little picture into each one of these houses. Your house of money, your house of home, your house of career, your house of romance. Those are important locations in a person's life. So there we are. We're going to do that. And in the meantime, I have my handy dandy lucky little year and a day calendar published by my friend. And what we can do, what he does is he organizes short little tidbits of information and puts them on the dates on this calendar. So in this case, and they're little tidbits that have to do with spiritual encounters from, the Greeks, the Romans, the Egyptians, the Tasmanians. I don't know who they are. I do like the Scandinavian I do love Scandinavian mythology. I really do. So I can give some names correctly there. Okay. Oh, here's something interesting. On August the 4th, this guy says, Scotland's Lochmonair became charged with miraculous powers to heal all who drank it or bathed in it. Where is that? Visitors tossed a silver coin as an offering to the lake. Miraculous powers to heal all who drank it. So let's look it up on a map. Where is Scotland? Lochmonair, Naira. All right, well, I'll look for that later. Let's see. What else have we got here? Oh, on the 18th of August, there's a festival of hungry ghosts. Hungry ghosts. Woo! Those kind. Okay. It's celebrated throughout China with burnt offerings to spirits of the dead. Well, you know what? That means they're praying to their ancestors, which is as far as I know, it's all they've ever done is pray to their ancestors. But so it's serious stuff over there to bring things to their ancestors and burn them as offerings. So, because it sends up a smoke signal like the Native Americans did. There's a lot of truth in those methods, a lot of action that can actually be registered, and you can change and bend time to go your way. Sometimes you can get close sometimes too. All right, so first of all, Mr. Scorpio, we are going to pull out the first card, which goes in your first house, which is your first house governs what you're thinking about right now. What you're thinking about right now. If you're if we're doing astrology, it is about what you look like. But in the reading, tarot reading, is about what's on your mind. So let's see what's on your mind. Look at this. That's encouraging. This is the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is a very nice person who's kind. He's not real ambitious or real warlike or ready, but he's popular and he can get things done. Now, he's a face card, so I'm going to take what I call a modifier and add that to this face card. Add this modifier to this face card. What's going on here? The Knight of Cups. So, kiddo babies and the Fool. Now, don't be offended by the title of the Fool. That's an ancient title that was given to this figure in the 1300s or 1400s in Italy and France. Tarot cards were popular in Italy and France, and they had come already, well, most of the time. How shall I say this? Some people can read playing card decks, but I think these tarot cards may have been precursor to playing card decks. I'm not sure. But anyway, the Fool is just a person who's he hasn't even begun his first step on a little walking tour, so to speak. This person has Well, a heavy coat on, got a hobo bag, got a walking stick. Oh my gosh. Instead of a dog, he's got a boar, a wild boar. That's for safety, I'm sure. And so, are you Scorpios? So there are water signs. Are you all like embarking upon a new endeavor? Because this would indicate your own self. Whether you're a man or woman, this is your own self. And you're looking at yourself, thinking about yourself. What am I need to do something. I have to get off of square one and I have to meet people to make things happen. That's what this guy is doing. So I can't wait till we get around the wheel here to find out what's going on. Oh, and I need to tell you that this is the deck I'm using. I love this deck, but it's a new deck and it doesn't match. It doesn't always, the pictures don't always match the pictures in what I would call a regular tarot deck. So I'm probably going to have to use my handy dandy little cheat sheet. So it'll be okay. Okay. Now, then we got to a second house. Woohoo! This is the three of, this is the three of cups. Because that's what these horns are. Because they drank out of horns. Because, well, they just, cut it off the cow and they cleaned out the whatever is inside of a horn. And then they wash it up real good and they drink out of it. Isn't that cool? We used to know some people who not only drank out of a horn, they tied it to a belt upside down. So they couldn't put it down. So it always had to be filled. Always had to be drinking it. It was at a Ren fair. Oh, anyway. So in your second house of money, look at here. We're happy. We got money. We got food. Oh, yeah. So today, all y'all are doing pretty good. Today. Oh, yeah. We're working on August. So we're looking for good news for August, right? Oh, my goodness. Here's the third house of communication. Now, what are these people? It's the nine. It's the Nine of Cups. Holy moly. Okay, well, you know what the Nine of Cups means, folks? Nine of Cups is one of the best cards in the deck to get. It's about somebody in a regular deck. It would be a picture of a person who's surrounded by either nine cups behind him, or nine cups behind him, or nine cups in front of him. And the cups represent happiness. Well, if you got nine cups, one's got happiness in it, one has money in it, one has love in it, one has a house in it, one has a tractor, that's what you want, or a donkey, whatever it is you want. All these cups mean you have a lot of the things that you want, and you are very happy about that. Oh, and this is in your third house, which is communication. So when you talk to people, then your advice to them is probably going to be tempered with some kindness and some caution. Because Scorpios are generally kind and they're cautious and they're protective of their friends. You know what people say about Scorpios? They say, well, if you're in a fight, you want a Scorpio on your side. Yes, you do. You don't want to have to fight against them. This is a wonderful start. I hope we can keep this up all the way around, folks. Okay. Oh, maybe not. Oh my God. This is a 10 of swords. Oh, look at all these stab wounds. And they happen to be in a graveyard. I mean, it looks like a graveyard to me. It's an old tree with scary runes in it and swords stuck all in the ground. And at least one of these rocks looks like a tombstone. So there's something bad going on at your house, and things might even be dead there. Or they were dead and you got out, and that's why you're happy now. You're dead. No. The stuff that was going on in the house died somehow, left somehow, cured itself somehow. And I don't know if this is recent or it's going to happen. I think you're in the middle of it, because when I get customers, I talk about whatever is happening to them what right now. That's what comes through for me. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh man, now come on. Oh, actually, this is a good card. This is the 10. Well, I'm going to say it's the 10 of Pentacles, because it's in the 5th house of romance and creativity, and the 10 of Pentacles is a generation card. It usually shows mom and dad in the background and grandpa's in the foreground with the baby and the dogs over here, and the house or the castle are in the back. So they're a happy family living together, creating generational love and generational money so that the kids can live without working. Wouldn't that be something? Okay, so maybe you knew that your family was not going to be successful. This guy doesn't look successful, but actually it looks kind of scary. But he's applying his hand to make magic on earth for the people that he loves. That's basically what he's doing. And it still has to do with the generational card, according to original texts about tarot cards. And so even though this guy looks scary, he's good. He's good for you, and he's working for you. Going to bring you good stuff, because all these lit up planets down here are going to bring you good stuff. And he got to bring this because this was not good. This housey thing. Ugh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6th house, work and health. Oh, wow. Look at okay, well, these guys are fixing to go to battle. So kids, are you ready to take on a new project at work? Because that's what this sort of reminded me of. This is the lieutenant, and he's getting them all fired up. And what do Vikings say in battle? Right? Jawohl. I think that's German. So if you're in the mood to conquer, go on your job interviews. Don't tell the truth. And don't tell them any bad news. Okay, don't tell them any bad news. If you got a disease, don't tell them. Okay. 7th house is marriage partnerships and business partnerships. And we have 1 cup here, so this is the Ace of Cups. So, you may be in the midst of a brand new, maybe it's a love affair, maybe it's a cute little flirtation, but you're at the very beginning stages of it. Oh my goodness, in your house of marriage partnerships and business partnerships. Right, this is the 7th house, marriage partnerships and business. So you must be looking for a new mate or trying to find a compatible person. It takes a long time to find the right person, and people have to want to be kind, and they have to want to make this love affair last, because each love affair has its own lifespan, has its own personality. It's its own entity that weaves itself in and out of the couple's conversations and trips and personal preferences, those kinds of things. So, congratulations. I hope you get everything you want in this person, and I hope she gets everything she wants, and I hope that you practice kindness and benevolence and diplomacy and lightheartedness in y'all's relationship, because that goes a long way to smooth over the rough patches, and it keeps the boat on a floating scale instead of like crashing on the crashing left and right. Okay, 8th house, money from other people. Whoa, this is a whole lot of people here. What do we got here? This is the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Cups, really? Oh, I know what this is. Right? Let me check. Yeah. This is an example of a happy family, and they're all excited and they're all happy because mama just had another baby, or one of the kids had a baby, or another family friend had a baby. We got a new member of the family. That's a beautiful thing. Now, each one of these people in this photo probably has a particular wish for this child. I wish this child to grow up and be wise. I wish this child to grow up and be strong. I wish this child to grow up and be beautiful. I wish this child to grow up and be a leader. And I wish this child would grow up and be a spiritual being. Because people need a spiritual belief. Otherwise, it's a lonely life out there. And then you might feel like you don't have anybody in your corner, anybody to help you. They're out there. They're out there. And most of the time, if you ask for help from your ancestors, they'll give it to you. But they're not allowed to help you unless you ask for it. So if you're going to ask for it, ask your favorite grandmother or your favorite aunt who's out on the other side and she still loves you. Hey, Auntie Camille, where are you, Auntie Camille? Can you come down here and help me with this? I need a so-and-so, and you were really good at it when you were alive, and I really appreciated the help you gave me. So, you talk to them like they're there. And because it'll be easy because they won't be, it'll be easy because they won't be there. You can pour out your heart if you want to. So, this is turning out really well, Scorpio. You know why, though? I bet you I know why, because there are planets in the solar system in Cancer that are affecting the water signs in a good way. So that's probably what's doing that. So you enjoy it while it lasts. It could last, well, for at least 2 more years. And that's all I can say about that. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Philosophy, religion, higher education, and long distance travel. Okay. Now, this is a page of Pentacles. Pentacles means money, coins. And this is the page, so this is always a message, a messenger. So what does the messenger have to say about money in your 9th house of travel? Oh my God, they're telling you to go. Look at that. Lordy, lordy. Look at that. Now, in actual, it says judgment, doesn't it? So you may, let's get real here, folks. If you're going to Europe, how do you know you're going to get back in the country? Maybe you just ought to travel in America for a little while. Okay? Now, but this, I swear to God, looks like the angel of vengeance. And she's just killed everybody on the battlefield. That's what this looks like. Meaning, pick out your most important targets, set them as a target, and then work towards that. You don't even have to work towards that. I've had stuff happen to me that I wasn't expecting at all for any reason. So, but just put it in the hopper and you'd be surprised. Keep your mind happy, keep your mind thinking good thoughts, thinking positive thoughts, because what you think about, you bring about. If you think about bad stuff is going to happen. If you think about good stuff is going to happen. Ugh. I had a relative who couldn't say anything but bad stuff. It was really terrible. So she lived a terrible life. So anyway, so that's what's going on there. So this thing is saying you're going to have money to travel. Just be particular about when. And make it important. Because if you have always wanted to go do Budapest, see the castles, if you've always wanted to go to Nepal, Nepal, and sit with the monks and pray and do what they do, if that's what you wanted, to be closer to heavenly entities, anything is possible. I don't think you should leave the States, though. Okay, but who am I? Okay, this is 10. All righty then. 10th house, look at here. All right, this is an action-packed guy, folks. And this is Wands. Wands govern business. So here's a guy in business. And his business is to do his job right and get the money. All right, so we got a Knight of Wands here. He's ready to fight, and he's ready to go, and he's ready to bring back what he wants and what his boss wants. Oh, my Lordy God. Now, what's happening? Look at that. All right, what this is, you know what? Be patient, because you may work for somebody who's in a big hurry about making snap judgments and pushing product and people too hard and too fast. Just look at that. Doesn't it look like he's pushing himself and his horse too hard and too fast? Okay, then we have the Temperance card. Okay, so Temperance means be patient, be kind. You don't have to have it today. It's okay if it comes down the pike in 3 or 4 months. The world might be in such a situation today that whatever your company wants, it can't manifest it right now anyway. Well, a lot of people, and maybe it's regular people, they want to move really bad, but they can't afford a house now. So they have to wait till the prices come down. They have to wait for somebody to invent something that's bigger than a tiny house, you know, that people could still buy. So if you're a Scorpio and you want to be successful, you can. Use a little sugar. The spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, that kind of thing. Because this is telling you to be kind and be cognizant of other people's speed, so to speak, and their ability to switch gears. Okay? 11th house. Oh, Lord, what is this? 11th house is long-term plans. Look at here. This guy's got a Bible out. I don't know what that means. I'll have to look it up. And long-term plans means, what I don't know how old y'all are, but it's not too, it's okay to think about long-term. It's okay to think about where do you want to be in 5 years? And then where do you want to be in 10 years? It's okay to think about like that. So long-term plans, and the 9th house is 4, the 11th house is 4, and people that you know from previous employment. So let me look up this 8. I think it's the 8 of Wands. Oops, the 8 of Wands. Let me take a look at this. So I'm not even sure what that is. Oop. Okay. It's an 8 of Wands, upright. Act with bravery. So for your goals of long-term plans, it says act with bravery. Harness your power. Take action. Time to set intentions. Because this is a big category. Every day we're going to live until we die. Do we want to be able to say, yes, we accomplished A, B, C, and D just because we wanted to? And it's people you know from previous employment, because they could help you. Let's see, wait. Heavy metal necklace hangs from around their neck. Many Viking symbols dangle from it, and including many runes, Thor's hammer, and the triple horn of Odin. 8 staffs appear in the sky. Wow. Behind him, they appear in a spoke formation, like spokes on a wheel. A rainbow forms behind the elder. Well, it does. Better days to come. So these people that you know from previous employment, they might come in handy for you at some point in the next year, because this is making me think that. So get serious about your intentions for the next 5 years and 10 years, and then get serious about finding people, because maybe you want to quit your job. Maybe you want to find out what your previous workmate did, because you may want to go over there and work at their place. And then you will become a warm lead or a referral rather than just somebody cold off the street. So let's see what it says if you're an 8 of Wands in a regular deck. What the heck? Let's see how close we got. You act, oh, it's just a bunch of arrows. You act quickly and bring things to a good conclusion. You can receive an important revealing message. Well, yeah, well, because that doesn't tell us much about what kind of message it is. But this definitely does. All right. Now, what we got? 12th house. It's what you think about when you go to sleep at night. Oh, the Queen of Swords. Well, the Queen of Swords is highly intellectual, and she may not be kind she might be an ice queen, but she may not be kind every day of her life. But she's just somebody you want to talk to for advice. Okay, so, but swords, your brain just might be keeping you, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Now what do we got here? What does that say? What does that say? You see it? It says the devil. Now listen here, folks. The devil is what you most love and what you most hate, because it's two extremes. It's like people who smoke. You know, they want to smoke a cigarette and they feel terrible when they're done. And then they smoke another one. They just can't live without it. Sort of like that. Or maybe you got a gambling problem. Maybe you just like to shop. And you pull out that card. And then you're sorry, because that's what you love to shop and you hate to pay for it. That's a good example. So why is the devil contemplating this fella? And why is this fella on the ground? Let me see what it says in here. Okay, hold on. What's it? 15. Okay, upright, giving in to need. Giving in to need, like I need a cigarette. Embrace the trickster. Temptations, overcome fear and confusion. So, kind lady or man, when you go to bed at night, all kinds of things walk through your head. And you can think of some things that you would love to do to people, but it wouldn't work out well for you in the long run. So, keep your head on your shoulders. Keep kindness in your voice. Don't hang around people you don't like if you can help it. Okay? If you really hate somebody, you know, maybe you can make an obstacle course around your desk. I don't know, or get a remote job. So what this is telling you not to give in to your temptations, no matter how much they keep you awake at night, and we delight in aggravating our enemies. Don't do it. Oh, now, Page of Cups. So this is the sweetness and sugar that's balancing all these cards, because there's nothing really terrible here except for that devil card. But it's something you have control over. You really do. Okay? So let's, what happens at the, now she's a message about, oh, look, so you got a partner? If you don't have a partner, you may have a partner soon, because here are two people sharing a meal by themselves, and that's what this is about. And the Page of Cups is a message. Cups are love, kindness, goodness, benevolence to other people. So there's actually a very good sprinkling of kindness and love in these cards. And so there are some situations that are aggravating you, but you know what? You've had worse years. You've had worse years. Like last year was worse, you know? So congratulations, you're still alive and kicking. And you're embarking upon some new goals. Your money, you're very happy because your money's good. And you got plenty, you're feeling good about it anyway. Third house is communication, and these people are having a party. And so I don't think you're a litigation attorney. You know, you want to be a jolly, hail fellow well met. You know, this is your home. Now, kids, this is kind of spooky because this looks like a graveyard to me. And the 10 of Swords is about disappointment and grief. Not necessarily about anybody's death, but feeling bad about somebody's death. Somebody having bad luck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Romance and creativity. And this guy is the 10 of it's a generational money card. Excellent. All right, well, kids, I think we're running out of time. And if I have to pick out a good card, pick out several good cards. Ninth house. Here is your willingness to go travel. Here is your good judgment you're going to use. Here is somebody's lit a fire underneath you, and then you want to try some new, or you got a boss who wants you to try some new endeavor, new techniques at work with customers, so on, so on, so on. And you have to do them in a relatively, when you feel good about them, you'll be able to do them. But the boss right now, I think is rushing you too fast, and you need to contemplate how to accommodate what he wants and with your own style. How about that? So, there we go. Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it. This is Sherry from Twisted Greenwich Road. Thanks for coming to see me. I appreciate it. So, see you next time. All right? Thanks. Bye.